I'm going to talk so much smack. This is for future Isaac. What is this? 2-bit operation. You call this a podcast? You call this a studio? This is garbage. This is an embarrassment. No, I'm kidding. This is a great place, and this has been super fun. Don't clip that.
Welcome back to the Isaac Abrams Show, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Abrams. Today's very special guest, returning to us for the very first time, Austin Farmer, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Very excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Of course, my pleasure.
Great.
This is fun.
A lot of people are going to say, the haters are going to say I had you on because you're dad.
Well, then they're haters they are.
Haters they are.
They've identified themselves as haters with such a comment.
Yeah. But I've known you for a million years.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who your dad was.
Exactly. We have an organic friendship.
That's right.
It's not predicated on my father's work.
Or time, because we haven't seen each other in 4
It's
years.
been many years.
Yes. But we met in the music scene.
Yep.
And to tease who his dad is, his dad is the voice of Goofy.
Yeah.
Bill Farmer.
Yeah. The same last name.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. He's done it literally longer than I've been alive.
No, I meant that you guys had the same last name.
That too.
I've never seen that before.
No, it's a new thing they did on my birth certificate.
Just you.
Yep.
Just the first
It's a new
time.
thing, Cedar Sinai I was trying out.
Yeah. Are you the second?
No. I'm the one and only. The original.
Ah, indeed.
Yeah. My father's a William.
What?
And I am an Austin.
Is
so.
that? I don't know. That might be an exclusive.
Yeah.
Your dad is a William?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, William. We have the same middle name, Robert.
Well, don't be giving that out.
All right. Well, watch the show.
Yeah.
See the rest.
It's a little special tease there.
Exactly.
William Robert Farmer?
That's the guy. That's the one.
That sounds like a...
Billy Bob.
Right.
Yeah.
Austin William Farmer.
I'm Austin Robert.
You said that.
Yep. He's Billy Bob. I'm A-Rob. And I've never said that before, and I'll never say it again.
Cut it out. We're having pod brain now because this is after the conversation. But what we did talk about is whether or not AI is going to take over the audio recording business. He produces audio stuff for his dad and for himself. Voiceover, which he is also a voiceover performer and an actor and a comedian and a filmmaker. He's got a new film coming out.
Yeah.
That's in the circuit. We talked about that. I'll cut that part in here.
As a drummer, I'm always supporting someone else in whatever they're doing. Like, it's a supporting role. It's I'm either brought in to do a musical or I'm brought in to record on an album or play with it, whatever. But it's always someone else's thing. And I was looking for something that could be more mine. I've always loved movies. I've always watched movies growing up.
Yeah.
Been obsessed, especially horror movies. So it was finally like, maybe I should give it a shot. And then what really did it was I went and saw Nope in theaters. And I walked out of that movie and I was like, if I could make someone else feel how I feel walking out of this movie, that's all I want.
Yeah.
It felt like it was made for me. And I was like, I have to figure out how to try and do that. So I got a camera and just started teaching myself. And we have this short, and it's very proud of it. It was the most involved thing I've done to date. Yeah. And it's doing festival rounds right now.
I like to snap like it's the Addams Family.
Great. That's good. It gives you a mark.
Yeah.
Where to cut.
Go on Instagram. Go to @drumfarmer.
That's me.
And click on the little linky thing and find out all about him.
Learn all about me.
But watch this episode first.
And then you'll know a lot more.
That's right.
And then you're going to follow up questions via
right.
Instagram or email.
Yeah, do that. Do the follow-up questions. Send them to me first, and then
let him vet them.
Yeah, I will screen them.
Thank you. I don't have time for the riffraff.
We don't have time for yous guys. I'm still trying to do voices for you.
That's understandable.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Oh, I want to talk about voiceovers.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
In a world.
That guy's gone now.
Yeah, he's dead.
They don't do that.
He charged by the minute.
I dated a movie voiceover producer.
Okay.
And I heard he was $70,000 a session. And they would town car him. He had 5-6 sessions a day, and they would just town car him all around town all day long.
He had a limo, and he would charge. I didn't hear the $70,000. I believe that, but I heard it was by the minute, and it was like an absurd amount of money by the minute, like $100,000 a minute or something.
Right.
And the second he walks into the studio, he's on the clock, and he goes straight in. And he in a world, and he does one or two. He's there 2 minutes, and then he goes back in his limo and goes to his next one. Yeah, and that was man.
Can you imagine if he was a bad reader?
Yeah, exactly.
In
a world,
yeah. And he's still charging you $20,000 a minute.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like,
come
Don,
on, Larry,
Don, please,
yeah.
Don.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a refund here.
Exactly.
Man. Is that his name, Don?
Mm-hmm. Don LaFontaine.
Oh, LaFontaine.
Yeah, right.
So many of the late night shows made fun of him.
Yeah.
Or brought him on.
Well, he was like the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all heard his voice.
Yeah.
Like,
And now everyone can do his voice.
Kinda.
Right.
Kinda.
Speaking of AI, we weren't speaking of AI. I was going to say
Yeah.
everyone, but
Yes.
it's just kind of segueing into it.
Yeah.
Do you think AI is going to take your job?
Which of my jobs?
That's a good question. You have 9 jobs.
Yeah.
We've already introduced you in the
Okay,
intro, which
great.
we're going to shoot at the end.
Fantastic.
Your like audio engineering and voiceover jobs.
Right, right.
Is that going? Do you think that's going away?
Some of it will, and maybe not forever. I don't know. I'm sort of split on the AI. I think it's scary. I think it's something that we need to all be vehemently fighting against. Because and beyond just it taking people's jobs, I think there's a lot of really dangerous implications of AI, what it can do. I mean, we're already starting to see it in terms of like political misinformation and blah, blah, blah. But in terms of like just it strictly taking my job, it will absolutely take some stuff. But I kind of fall back on the fact that people, if you start taking the humanity out of everything, people won't connect to it. And people will lose interest and everything becomes more content. And like, do we need more content?
Right.
It's endless. Like you can scroll Instagram and TikTok forever and see everything.
And not remember a single thing.
Right, right. And I also, the analogy I always use is, you've ever seen a video of like, I don't know, someone like falls down or some internet video that you see it and you're like, oh, this is great. And then someone tells you that it's staged and you immediately lose all interest in it.
Right.
To me, that's AI.
Yeah.
It's like, it seems really shiny and exciting and interesting, but like there's just the second you know that like it's not organic, you don't want it. So yes, it will take away like commercials and it'll probably take away a certain amount of like,
my bread and butter.
yeah. And it'll probably take away a certain amount of like background voices in video games.
Mhm.
But for a time, I don't know about forever because I don't know what the backlash is going to be.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't give a shit, but I think a lot of people will notice and care, even if they don't know why.
Mhm.
They're going to not want it or respond to it. And I think certainly in terms of like movies or cartoon shows, I think it's absurd
Yeah.
to imply that AI is going to take over. Because then what's the point of watching it?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a certain level of kid shows like 4 and under that let
Yeah.
it just crank it out. It's just like
Yeah.
colors and shapes and sounds on a screen.
Yeah.
I think it might replace Pixar, right?
Uh-huh.
But I think there's going to be like real, like you go to a movie theater and there's the real side and the AI side. Like
Sure.
people are always going to want to make and tell stories with real people.
Oh, yeah. And I think people are pretty much only going to want to go see movies
Yeah.
with real, because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of getting off your ass and going to a movie theater, spending the money,
Mm-hmm.
if it's slop that you know that a computer farted out,
Right.
which also is based on all of the work of human artists who are not being compensated for the plagiarism that AI is. That's the other problem with AI. And I think that's one of its saving graces in terms of why it won't replace Pixar or why it won't become too big, is because the corporations cannot copyright characters created by AI. Currently, with current laws,
They
that
can't
could change.
own the IP. They can't sell the toys.
There's
They can't-
nothing
yeah.
to own. There's no creator. There's no copyright claim.
Mhm.
So for a company like Disney, it loses all monetary value if you can't make toys, if you can't put out books, and if you can't be licensing and you know, making money off of that character beyond that initial movie.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
I mean, the movies are like a piss in the ocean compared to like the figurines.
Oh, it's toys. It's
Yeah.
all toys. It's
Always
like it's
toys.
like Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
after the first few, it's like they were writing them with toys in mind. Like what
Mhm.
toys can we
You
make?
can see it when when number 1 came out and they had like thousands of little robots.
Yeah,
It's like, well, we're going to sell a ton of these because you need to build your army out. And you're gonna need
exactly.
100 of
Yeah,
these.
yeah, yeah.
The other thing I was thinking about with AI, especially for voiceover, like, is it not like to get the performance that you want?
Mhm.
Isn't it just cheaper to get a real person and be like,
100%.
you want to hit this word a little harder, you want to step off this
Yeah.
word? Because trying to train an AI,
Right.
unless you as the director go in there and you read it in the pacing and inflection that you want, and then you
Right.
just have the tone flipped.
Right. You have the voice
Yeah.
like changed via AI. Yeah, which at that point, that's just a performance, and you're just changing the voice. Which the examples I've heard are not great,
Mhm.
and I agree with you. I think it's cheaper, and it's most importantly, it's faster, which in turn just means cheaper.
Right.
To just hire a person to come in. You pay them for an hour, especially for video games. Like the SAG rate for an hour is not a lot of money.
Mhm.
You pay someone to come in, do that. You're going to get exactly the product you want. It's going to be faster. I personally just don't see the benefit because all the AI stuff I've seen, I think, is pointless. Like none of it has been exciting.
It's
like this AI band that's like on Spotify.
Oh, there's millions of them.
Yeah, I haven't heard it, but I've heard about it, and it's like, again, like, what is the point of listening to a song that was not written by a person? It was not. There's no humanity in it. Like, isn't that the point of art? Is to connect on some sort of human level?
Yes, but like, let's take country for example, because it's the closest genre that I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
country, pop country has gotten so laundered that like I can't really tell the difference between a joke AI song and like the new hot country slam they're popping on the radio this summer.
Yeah,
because it's just gotten so
it's like a parody of itself,
right?
Pretty much.
I mean, if it doesn't have like Chevy trucks, turn row, corn fed, and moonshine,
dirt roads,
right? So you plug all that into a prompt,
sure,
and you get like something that's pretty close,
pretty good. Yeah. Fair. I mean, fair enough. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just like my weird, like, I don't know. I'm in denial on some level about the impact that it's going to have. But I think at the end of the day, all these things are artistic and creative. And I think when you start taking people out of it, it loses all point, you know? Like, what's even the point of this podcast, right? It's for
there isn't one.
Well,
this amuses me.
Agreed. My podcast, there's no point, really. Yeah. But the point is, people get together, they have conversations, and people like watching or listening to these conversations because they're hearing people talk, and there's people communicating. If you replace the people with the robots, it just becomes noise. Yeah. And, like, again, I have so much noise in my day-to-day on all the apps on my phone. I don't think we need more noise, and I don't think people are gonna like that or respond to that. And then also, like, with younger generations, like, you know, everything's cyclical and people rebel against stuff. Like, I think there's a world where, you know, the current kids who are in, you know, elementary, middle school, by the time they get into college, like, social media could be stupid now because that's something that all their parents did, and now Instagram, lame. TikTok,
all my dad
lame.
does is sit on his phone.
We're gonna be real. We're gonna have no Instagram. We're gonna have because I've heard that's becoming a thing. Right, is to like not have Instagram because it like makes you more mysterious. Right. You know, with kids. So like, there's a world where like social media dies because now it's not cool.
Well, who wants to grow up on camera? I'm so thankful I didn't have it growing up.
You and me both. Like the few pictures that do exist of me in middle and high school, dear God.
Yeah, like early Facebook stuff was like, look at this. It's like, I don't want that on the internet anymore.
Right. And we had no idea. We had no concept back then of like the permanence of.
I can totally see a resurgence of like people playing analog instruments. I think guitars might be coming back.
Sure, of course.
That's wishful thinking because
I agree, but
my friend's a luthier. But like,
right. No, but I honestly I agree. I think just in those things are proven timeless.
Imagine the first kid that like starts the analog like resurgence.
Right.
Just goes to one pawn shop.
Right.
And just scores $100,000 studio for like $100.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you can get reel to reel for like. If you go to the right pawn shop and they don't know what they have, like you can get really great analog equipment now for nothing.
Well, and vinyl had and still has its resurgence and its heyday.
People sell more vinyl. I mean, it's the only physical copy people are printing.
Exactly.
Nobody prints CDs.
Yeah, and like vinyl as a medium makes no sense other than just like the nostalgia of it. There's the ritual of it, which I do like. But in terms of like it is less convenient. It's more expensive. It does not sound better, despite what people think. And so, on paper, these things, it shouldn't be coming back at all. There's no reason for it. But people like the collecting of it. They like holding a physical thing. They like sitting down, putting it on the record. So I agree. I think so to me, AI is kind of I'm thinking of it like NFTs and like so
those came and went real fast.
And like so much in tech is overhype, under deliver. It's gonna stay, and there's a lot of great things that it can and will do, but making movies and replacing musicians, is not one of those things, in my opinion.
I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too, because I might be dead fucking wrong. And
I want to circle back to your opinion about vinyl not sounding better.
Sure.
Because we covered this in the intro, but you're an audio engineer.
Yes.
You make a living off of making things sound better than
decent.
anybody else. Good.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Let's say use good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But in your opinion, you don't like the pops and scratches, or what is it about vinyl that is not better?
Here's the thing about vinyl and what people don't understand. If it is let's say it's a old pristine Led Zeppelin record. That is an album that was recorded analog to tape. It was mixed analog on tape. It was mastered analog to 2-track tape. And then from that 2-track tape, it was analog pressed onto vinyl. And then you take it home and you play it on your record player. It is a completely analog signal chain. In that instance, yes, I think it's a better sounding recording.
Okay.
Modern day recordings are always recorded digitally. And if by some miracle they actually track an album to tape, they're probably going to be mixing it digitally.
Yeah.
Or even if they don't, they mix it onto tape and they bounce it down to 2-track tape, they're probably going to be mastering it digitally. So my point is, modern recording workflow is you record it digitally, you mix it digitally, you master it digitally, and then you slap it onto vinyl. It makes no sense.
So if there's any digital link in the recording chain,
you're better off leaving it digital.
Yeah.
And all the streaming services now have HD, wave file streaming.
Yeah.
So now streaming, I would argue a CD is going to sound better than streaming, but in theory, if you can stream off of Spotify or Apple Music a 48K 24-bit wave file, that's going to sound, obviously better than an MP3. And if it was recorded at 48K 24-bit, mixed and mastered at that same, and then it's getting delivered to you that way, that's the most pristine that recording will sound. The second you slap it onto vinyl, it colors it. It gives it a sound that might be more pleasing. Better is a subjective term. And I'm not knocking people for liking vinyl or collecting vinyl. I think it's a great thing. Like what you like. But to say it sounds better or it's more pure is not always accurate.
I can't wait to clip that whole thing and put it on the internet.
Yeah, I can't wait to
watch the guys in the basement. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Wow,
right.
You just lit the internet on fire.
Right. Well, and then of course, you take your vinyl home, and what record player are you playing it on?
Yeah.
What are the preamps like? What's the speaker like? Have you treated your room? Do you have bass traps? Like, there's so many factors. Like, the actual is it digital or is it a vinyl is not the make or break problem with does your recording sound good or not.
Yeah. I have an old record player that a buddy gave me, and it sat in a closet for 10 years. And then he mailed me the power supply that I didn't know I didn't have, and he found it when he moved. Then I was like, I just gave it to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She put it in her living room, and then I just moved in with her. So now we just play records in the living room.
Yeah.
It's great.
And I think that's great because there's a ritual to it. You can't skip around. Because like the beauty of having all the music ever recorded in your pocket for $10 a month, which is absurd, by the way. I think the pricing of streaming music is absurd. You have everything that's ever been recorded in your pocket instantly for $15 a month. But the problem is you can bounce around and you get ADD and you listen to half a song and blah, blah, blah. I do love the ritual of a record. It's like when I used to get CDs and I'd come home and put it in the CD player and I'm looking at the book while the CD's playing and you have to like sit there and listen.
It's an experience.
Yeah. Like there's so many albums where I don't know the names of songs, but I know like, oh, that's track 7.
Yeah.
Because I had it in my car for a year.
Yeah.
And I would just listen to it over and over and over.
When I first got in my band, people would be like, do you know this? I would say the title of like a Third Eye Blind song.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know it was Third Eye Blind.
Right.
And second of all, I just burned shit from my buddies.
Right.
And I was like, no, that's the song that comes after this other song on Tony's Pro Hawk Skater 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know it was... All I know is like, like I don't know names.
No, I really don't know most song names.
Yeah.
Of like, unless it's like a band I'm super into, I probably don't know the name of the song.
But like, Dookie's first album, not Dookie's, Green Day's first album,
yeah.
Dookie. It's like, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Pearl Jam's first record, it stops at those 2 records.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
memory maxed out in 93 or 94.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, mine definitely died at some point out of high school.
How long have you been playing drums?
I've been playing drums. I started when I was like 11.
11?
Because my dad was playing the Beatles, because he loves the Beatles. And I really liked Ringo's singing voice.
Really?
And so to emulate him, I played drums because he was the drummer.
So you picked his voice out of all 4 of them?
Yeah, which is the wrong, like it's objectively the wrong opinion.
Were you listening to it on vinyl?
But we were not. Maybe that's the problem. But then when I was like 13, I started like kind of getting more serious. And by the time I was like 16, I was like, okay, I want to try and do this professionally.
Yeah.
So that's when I really hunkered down and studied a bunch and practiced a lot. And
did you go to school for drums?
I didn't. I tried to. Well, the plan was to go. Yeah, I was going to go to. I didn't get into like any of the music schools I wanted to get into. So I ended up at CSUN for a year. I was trying to break into their jazz program, but like I realized pretty quickly the jazz program vibe was not my vibe.
Right.
Because I'm 18,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, who are all these guys who are listening to Miles Davis and like have like all these hip jazz cats with this deep jazz knowledge? And I'm like, does no one listen to Black Sabbath? Like, what's happening here?
Like, not in this room.
I was like, who are you people? So
Yeah.
I didn't totally gel with those people. And I knew I was starting to get interested in recording and sound engineering. And CSUN didn't really have a program for that. And at the time, I was taking lessons from a drummer named Greg Bissonette, who was he would teach at CSUN the like top tier jazz drummer guys. He was their like private instructor.
What's that jazz? It's driving me nuts. The jazz movie where he keeps like hitting.
A Whiplash?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about this whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Was he was the Whiplash teacher?
He was the Whiplash teacher.
Okay.
But he's a very nice guy. But I was taking lessons from him privately. So I kind of felt like I'm kind of getting the like best teacher's lessons this school can offer me. They don't really have a any sort of recording or music technology program. So I left CSUN and I went to a trade school called the LA Recording School.
Oh yeah.
So I went there. They had like a year certificate program.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there to learn because I was like still studying drums, and then I was in bands and stuff. So and then that's where I sort of got like a foundation of recording. I did not walk out of there.
Yeah, I was gonna say a year seems like pretty short
to
learn everything in a studio.
Yeah, I haven't been there in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
It might be different, but based on my experience, I would not recommend people go there.
Right.
Because I walked out of there knowing enough to like then go learn it. I didn't walk out of there ready to do anything.
Do some people walk out of there going like, I'm ready?
Well, it was weird to me because there were a lot of guys who were clearly there because they didn't know like what else to do, and they wanted to like make beats, and they couldn't seem less interested in learning anything about recording. And I'd be looking around like, this is a trade school. Like, you're not getting a degree.
Mm-hmm.
This is a weird, expensive place to be like fucking off. But I know of a couple guys who went on to like do some cool engineering stuff.
That's cool.
So when I got out of there, I was trying to figure out what to do. Like I was looking at studio internships, but those were a total fucking racket in my opinion. Like I think unpaid internships in general are a total racket and should probably be illegal. But I remember there was one like prominent studio I went to, and they were like, we expect 40 to 80 hours a week out of you. And this was while I was still in school, so I have to go to classes. We promise you we cannot hire you at the end of it.
Who's taking that?
If you're good, we'll give you a letter of recommendation, like a strong letter, but we absolutely cannot hire you.
Then you can move to Omaha and run the medium studio there.
Yeah, and it's like, and they wanted me to like, they're like, make sure every pen holder has like 2 black pens, 2 red pens, 2 blue pens, and like when clients use the restroom, like go in after them and fold the toilet paper so it's like a nice string, like all this, which is fine. Like I get you gotta like pay your dues, but like to go through all of that to make $0 and be promised not a job, I was like, well, this is ridiculous. This is like fucking, this is insane. I'm not gonna do this. So I was out of school. I was trying to figure out what to do, and my father, who's a voice actor, used to make voiceover demos when he was younger, like on tape. He would cut them together on tape.
Like physically,
like record and cut and splice,
like old school film.
Yeah. Like he made his own demo tape.
Wow.
So we started. It was kind of a natural pairing. So we started making voiceover demos, and we've been doing that. Gosh, like 10 years, I guess. Whenever I got out of, engineering school, and we still do that.
Yeah.
To this day.
I'm about to be a customer.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd love to help you out.
Right. As soon as I get back from Mexico.
Great. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toonhouse is the name of the company. Toonhouse.com. If you're interested in voiceover, any of you. Yeah, we've been doing that pretty successfully, and we've had a lot of great clients. One of our very first clients is now the voice of Minnie Mouse.
I mean, is that because of your dad's affiliation?
Not at all.
Booked it on their own.
Booked it totally on her own.
Wow.
And she does a great job. She does that voice fantastically. And yeah, we've had quite a few clients who have gone on to like have pretty good little careers.
Yeah.
So,
I've had your episode 193. I've had 192 people tell me I need to do voiceover.
Yeah, you do have a good commercial voice.
Well, I just don't want to. I don't give a shit about being the Chevy trucks guy.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's good because they have one of those.
Yeah.
And I think isn't that Will Arnett? No, he does GMC. Someone else is doing Chevy.
I think it's Sam Elliott.
Oh, is he it? Yeah.
I mean, it should be Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott should be the only voiceover person.
He should be the only truck.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a truck or anything like that.
Any cigarette ad.
Yeah, of
I
course.
smoked cigarettes for 1,000 years.
Yeah, they don't do those anymore.
I want to do like animation.
Great.
and movies,
Great.
and video games. I think there's always going to be money in the banana stand, as they say.
Well, video games is a bigger market than movies or music combined.
Yeah.
So it's only going to get bigger. So yeah, I think that's a great. I'd say I audition and do some voiceover myself, and I'd say the majority of my auditions are video games.
I think as a comedian, I think like you just need to get like one credit, and they'll let you headline.
Yeah.
Or you could do one late night, but then you got to be really funny, and I'm not.
Right.
So
right.
I just want to go like, hey, that's the guy from whatever cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I was already on Family Guy once.
Oh, really?
That's how people bring me up on stage. Like, you know this next guy from Family Guy.
Uh-huh.
I did the 150th episode.
Okay.
Promo.
Okay.
And it was with Seth. And just off camera, he was talking about how it's going to be in 3D. And I go, Seth, it's not in 3D. And he goes, shut up, you're fired or whatever. So my face isn't anywhere, but like it's just a little running joke that I have because I was technically on one promo of Family Guy.
Yeah, that's something. That's great.
I just watched the documentary about South Park.
Okay.
6 Days to Air.
I think I've definitely seen parts of it. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing. Those guys are insane.
2011 or whatever when they made it. So it's super out of date now.
Yeah. Because it was like around the Obama election. So wouldn't it have been even earlier?
Maybe, but Bill Hader.
Because it would have been like I think his second election.
It was the 12th season.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're on 27 now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were talking about like how they just moved over the whole office to like IMAX, and they don't have to farm out the animation anymore. And,
okay.
But just watching those guys in the booth just joke around and have a good time, I was like, that's great.
It's a good gig.
Because back to AI, if I can find a voice, I think I can get AI to animate something for me.
Yeah, that's true.
But that kind of leads us into one of the questions from one of our listeners, Nikki from Scotland.
Oh, Scotland, amazing.
From Scotland.
Scotland.
She sent in a whole bunch of questions, but then she had a follow-up question, which was, what's the deal? Do they have animation and match the voice to it, or does the animator match to the recording? So
typically, voice always comes first.
And they animate to the voice?
Okay. And one of the reasons is for ad libs. If your actor says or does something that you want to use, if you're matching picture, you can't really do that. You're locked in. So it allows a lot more flexibility. And it's just easier to like get a performance you like and then animate to it versus like animate and then the performance matches it. So that's like 98% of it. But then there is what's called ADR. And it, depending who you ask, the acronym means something different. I've heard automatic dialogue recording, automated dialogue replacement. But that's
like, I've never even heard those two. I've heard like 9 other ones.
Exactly. Yeah. But at the end of the process, if they need to change a line or, it's really common with like normal film, a line's dirty, like the lav's dirty, you got to re-record. So then they'll match to picture because it's already animated and they're having to change something. Then they'll do it to picture, but 95% it's just wild scratch so that they can like try different stuff and, you have more flexibility if you record it first and then animate.
We used to do that at my old podcast studio.
ADR?
Yeah. Nice. Well, not proper ADR, but like a couple of my podcast hosts of the shows that I was working on got on some shows, and they were like, they have 2 days on downtime on tour. They have Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and they're not going across town. Yeah. So the managers would be like, hey, can you just grab a couple of lines of dialogue for this? These are reality shows, like cooking shows and stuff. Right. So I've patched into Netflix a couple of times, and they've just played stuff on my TV, and I've just hit record, and they directed them through the headphones.
That's incredible. Yeah. It's great what you can do now.
And they're like, what's your rate? I'm like, $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's so cheap.
Like, damn it, I know. Like, I don't know what's a lot.
What's a lot is the best question ever.
I always say, well, what's your budget? That's my way to like fish. If I have no concept of what I should charge, I was like, well, what's your budget? Yeah. And then usually it's a lot more than I would have quoted. And I'll go, okay, I could do that. Yeah, that'll work. And internally,
we don't usually go that low.
Yeah, but it's a little slow. I'll cut you a deal.
Yeah. I do the opposite when I'm negotiating for like my freelance AD work. I always quote high. I know what they're going to put in the budget. Sure. And I just want them to know the value that they're getting.
Of course.
So I quote 50% higher than I know what they have.
Smart.
And they're like, oof. I'm like, but let's not let money get in the way.
Yeah.
And then when I invoice them, I put my full rate and I show the discount.
Smart. Yeah.
Then they see the value.
You got to always leave them thinking they're getting a deal.
That's right.
People love a deal.
They do love a deal.
I mean, who doesn't?
What's the best deal you've gotten lately?
Deal I've gotten?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I always get the short ends of sticks. Yeah, nothing comes to
You're
mind.
like the last to a
Yeah,
deal.
I get full price on everything.
Right.
I'm just out of the loop.
They're like the first 10 customers get 50% off.
I'm 11.
Yeah.
And I don't know about discount codes.
Well, I had a PA come up to me on set the other day, and he was like, "Man, I love this food vlogger, man." He's like, if he really likes something, he'll tell you where the food truck is, and he'll say he'll buy the first 100 people. I'm like, he ain't buying nothing.
Yeah.
The minute they open the door, they're like, "Yeah, you're 101, man. Sorry, you just
yeah,
missed
exactly.
it."
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And he almost cried.
Things online aren't real.
Oh no!
I can't believe it.
Yeah. So drumming wise, you've done all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Are you in a band right now?
No, that ship is pretty much sailed.
Because you got married 4 years ago.
Right. That is part of it. But no, I did bands all through my 20s, and like I say bands are like a marriage, but it's to 4 different people instead of 1.
Right.
And just like managing everyone's emotions and egos and schedules,
work ethic,
vision. It's so hard. It's so hard. And if there isn't like a direct, immediate, and obvious financial incentive to deal with that, I just get like I said, I'm married. I'm 35. The idea of like just an open Tuesday night rehearsal just to like fuck around is untenable to me at this point. Like, no, like I mean, the gigs I do, I usually do like 1 rehearsal paid before the gig. Cause
that's what happens at the professional level.
Yeah. It's cause no one has time to like, run things over and over. It's like, I'm good. Everyone else in the band is good. Send me the shit ahead of time. I will prepare. I will make notes. It will show up. We will run it once just to make sure all our notes are cohesive. And then that's it.
I got a buddy that sometimes gets the last minute call and he learns it on the plane.
Right.
Like just listening, tapping his feet.
Yeah.
And he, maybe sound check.
Right.
You might get like, let's do the hard ones at sound check.
That kind of thing. I have to make charts. Like the first gig I did with Al's old country band, I had not done the country cover world at all, and I don't listen to country at all. So it was a bar gig, so it was like 40 minutes on, 10-minute break, 40 minutes on. So it was like
40 or 50 tracks you've never heard before.
Correct.
Even though everybody knows all the words that's there.
Correct. And I got the list of songs 2 or 3 days before the gig. So it was 50 songs that I did not know, that I had to know by Friday or whatever.
For like $100.
Yeah, for like This is part of the reason I'm exploring other avenues of creative and financial fulfillment, is because, well, I'll get into that in a sec. But so for that one, it was so many songs that I did not know. I didn't even end up playing any of them on my own. I just spent 2 days making charts, just making form charts, writing down everything I needed to know. And so that when I got to the gig and they called out a song, I could just stare at my chart and play it. Because I knew because I don't have a good memory anyway.
Oh, it's like 4 bars of this, then the
thing. So I'll do like intro I'll like write out like song title and then like, the BPM, so I know roughly how fast it is. And then I'll do like a little like key, like sometimes I'll write like, I don't know, like serve like kind of like reggae vibe or like R&B or hip hop groove or like something. And then I'll just do intro 4 bars. Pre-chorus, 2 bars, builds to this, stops on 3, chorus, and I'll just write it all out so that like if you told me right now, like play this song, here's that chart, I could do it, because I knew I wouldn't be able to memorize fucking any of it, because it all like, dude, it's all very similar. They're similar songs, right? The sound, the vibes are very similar, so it's very hard for me to know like dank 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 versus like down and out and out, like they're the same things.
I never could count when I was playing bass.
Right.
It's not that I can't count.
Sure.
But like after, are we on 6 or 7? Shit. There's always feel.
Yeah.
Because there's always like build up and release.
And there's patterns that obviously like the musicianship of it is like, you can like probably, if you've never heard a song, you could probably guess what the next thing that's going to happen just because you've played so much. Because
4 bars in your head is, it's instinctive.
Yeah, 4, 8, 16, exactly. Yeah. So it's usually it'd be like when there was like a bar, like a 7-bar phrase is when it like, okay, thank God I have a chart. But I just spent 2 days just making charts. I did not play one song before the gig, and then I got there and I just stared at that fucking book, and it was very stressful, and I did not enjoy that process.
Yeah.
But it also, but that's still to this day. Now I usually will get something. It's usually piano music. But I can mark it up. I've gotten really good at like reading the bass line and just making the notes I need to make.
Can you write and read like proper charting for drums?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I'm not going to go sight read like a Frank Zappa song, but like
Which you actually could. There's probably a chart out there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. No, there is. There's one called The Black Page, which is his like infamous.
That's hilarious.
It's just all kinds of shit. And it's like, there's all these stories about like, I think Steve Vai, when he was auditioning for Zappa, like had to play it. And then Zappa like turned the music upside down. I was like, okay, now play it backwards.
Why?
So like just to see how good because they're insane people.
Right.
So I'm not that, but like
it's a level of musicianship that just doesn't even need to exist.
No, and it's no, exactly. And like, you know what? I just let those guys be those guys. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can read enough, like basic. Like I'm doing a musical right now, and everything's written out like proper, and I can read. I mean, I know them at this point. I just know the songs, but I still read it. I'm just used to reading it. But yeah, I can read stuff.
When you do musicals, are you the MD?
No, I'm not. I've never been MD.
The only MD that I know is a drummer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Mostly, it's usually the keyboard player.
Right.
Usually piano.
Yeah.
For musicals, especially, because they're working with the singers, so they're going over harmonies. So it's just more helpful to have piano, and then all the rehearsals. Because I usually don't show up till pretty far into the process, so all the rehearsals.
Why would you need a drummer from the beginning?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm expensive, so we gotta save the money.
That's the reason.
Yeah, so expensive.
Guitar players are cheap.
Yeah. So it's usually the piano. So I have a few that call me for stuff, and that's always a pleasant surprise.
Is there a band that, like, for example, Pearl Jam their drummer just retired?
Yeah.
Is there a gig that you would go out on the road for?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Something like that. Of course I would. I'm just at the point where like I don't want to be in vans and couch surfing, but yeah, if it's like, 9 Inch Nails, of course I'll go do that gig. That'd be amazing. Pearl Jam would be a dream. Anything like that? Yeah, absolutely. Or like this when Primus did their whole thing.
Yeah, I just watched your Primus.
Yeah, yeah. And I was not going to be a good fit for Primus anyway if I got to that next step.
Well, my only note about your audition tape was that you didn't have enough shit on your kit.
Yeah, I know.
Even if you don't play it, you need like 90 other gongs.
I know. I don't have that. I have a pretty basic drum set. Because also, like, I'm 35 now. I don't want to carry all this shit around all the time. Like when I was like 18 and I was in like kind of like a glam rock type band.
Double
basically.
bass, yeah.
It was 2 rack toms, 2 floor toms, 3 crashes every gig. And now I'm like, do I even need a floor tom?
Do I need cymbals?
What do I need?
Yeah.
It just kicks in your hat. Is that
probably gonna
fine?
leave these sticks at home.
Yeah, I don't want to carry anything more than I have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've never been the like proggy, lots of drums. I mean, I appreciate it. I've always loved Primus, but I'm just not that kind of guy. So I wasn't really like crestfallen when I didn't get a follow up.
Are you going on Thursday night?
Are they in town?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, that's right. I just saw this. Probably not.
Yeah, if you don't have a ticket by now, it's probably too late.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna sell out. Is it sold out?
Is it the Greek?
Yeah, the Greek. It's not a huge
Does the Greek
venue.
ever sell out? It's outside.
Yeah.
Like, you could always just get 1 or 2 more people
There's
in there.
always, it's rare. Even the sold out shows I go to,
right.
I look around, I'm like, there's seats.
Yeah.
There's seats here.
There's
What's going
always
on?
a seat left.
There's always some seat.
We're going back to the questions. You met Mark Hamill.
I did.
I want to know everything about that experience.
Yeah, I think I've met him a couple times in my life because he is obviously big in the voiceover world.
Huge.
Because he did Joker forever and he's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So he's known my dad forever.
Have they worked together?
I don't.
Has there been a Star Wars Disney crossover?
Definitely not I don't know if they've worked. Someone will know. If you go on IMDb, you can figure it out.
Right.
So maybe. I don't know off the top of my head.
Star Wars because he was Luke Skywalker, but he's
of course.
He's the Joker.
He's the Joker.
Yeah.
And then people kind of forget now, but there was a long period in his career, kind of, obviously post Return of the Jedi, and kind of before Star Wars came back around, where like he was mostly just doing voiceover stuff.
Right, which is perfect because
and he's great.
Yeah.
His Joker's great. He's a great voiceover actor.
Best Joker.
Phenomenal. So I don't know if he and my dad have met worked together, but they definitely have met plenty of times. I think they were at the same agency for a while. Mm-hmm. So like I've probably met him in my youth, but this time was when Mark was getting his Disney Legend Award in, I don't know what year, 2016, 2019? I don't know.
I didn't. I saw it on your IMDb or on your Instagram, and I don't think I went past 2018 or 2017.
Okay, so whenever Mark Hamill got his Disney Legend Award, they have legends go and they get their award, and then after there's like a lunch thing. And then I used to be able to go with because my father's a Disney legend. He got his in 2007.
What does that mean?
So a Disney Legend Award it used to be like, well, it still is. It's like it's the highest honor the company will give. So they'll give them out to like lifetime employees or people who are very influential. So it's always a mix. Now it's kind of a mix of celebrities and like people who work for the company, because they usually use the celebrity part to promote something that's coming out that year.
Why wouldn't? Why?
Yeah.
You can't get a marketing crossover.
Yeah.
Did it even happen?
Exactly. So like, but when it first started, and then until I guess when my dad got his is kind of when they started to lean into the celebrity thing. But it'll be like I think the year my dad got his, also the woman who was like an Imagineer who's in the Haunted Mansion. She's the head in the ball. It's her likeness and her face, like in the crystal ball. Yeah. She got one for all that she did for like building the park, and they'll give it to like, people who did a lot for certain Disney parks or like people who worked in Imagineering. And then they'll also give it to they gave it to Wayne Allwine and Russi Taylor, who did Mickey and Minnie. Then the next year they gave it to my father and Tony and Selma, who did Donald. And then the same year my dad got his, they gave one to Robin Williams for Genie.
Yeah.
And Betty White got one that year for Golden Girls. So that was kind of when they started to lean into the celebrity thing. And now it's like, how many celebrities can we pack in? And also there's like 5.
Yeah. By the way, Ed from accounting's been with us for 35 years. No one cares.
Exactly, yeah. But it's like it's the biggest honor that the company will give. So because my dad's a legend, he used to be able to go, like we would all go to this Legends brunch or lunch after the ceremony.
Was it on the lot?
No, it's always at the it was at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Oh, you got to go all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's near the park.
Yeah.
So every time you say animation, I think of Burbank.
Okay.
Because
that's where the studio is.
Right. That's where they built the park and shipped it.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen that documentary?
No, I haven't yet. No.
There's a black and white documentary about like building it and Imagineering it, and like Walt just being around in Burbank, and then they send it on a truck and they ship it down to Anaheim.
Right.
That's crazy.
I think I heard originally they were going to try to put the park in Burbank.
Can you imagine?
No.
There's
no way.
There's
it'd be all of Burbank.
Yeah, Bob Hope probably wouldn't sell the land.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. So, and then for many reasons, they ended up in Anaheim.
Yeah.
But so it was going to that, and going to the Legends lunch after Legends get their things. They've cracked down. I can't go to those anymore. My mom can. But I went, before I met Mark Hamill, I got to meet Danny Elfman at one of those. 'Cause the year he got his, he's for me like the dude. I love his music so much. But Mark, I was down there for the Legends ceremony. Mark got his, and then I met him briefly after the Legends because he and my dad were catching up, and so I got to say hi. And
so they're old pals.
Yeah, they've known each other forever.
Right.
Forever. Just through the voiceover. It's a small community. Everyone kind of knows everyone. Especially with like my dad, who's been around for so long.
Sure. Is that because they see each other like in the hallway at the recording studio, or they see each other on the lot, or is it just like, I'm familiar with your work, you're familiar with my work?
Yeah, it's a little bit like I know what you do, you know what I do, because they almost never record together.
Sure.
Everyone's always kind of on their own. So you'll see people in hallways or like at work events, and I feel like especially with voiceover, because they don't have the like recognizable face aspect, they kind of like to get together because they all kind of know what each other do. And
they hang out.
Yeah.
Like a relatable group.
Like we all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a very supportive and very great group of people to be a part of.
Yeah.
But my dad's just been doing it so long, and everyone kind of knows who he is.
Do people like stop him? Because no one's going to look at your dad and go like, oh, you must be this guy.
Right. Rarely.
Can you hear it in his regular voice?
Me? Absolutely. It happens more now lately, like in the last 5 to 10 years. It's started to happen a lot more because of social media, and he's just more recognizable now because people.
Oh, but they're recognizing his face.
Yeah.
But do you ever have like at Ralph's or whatever, if you're checking out, he's like, oh, thank you or whatever?
Oh, no, he never.
Does his normal voice sound anything like?
I think it does. There's a couple scenes in a Goofy movie, like when Goofy's mad, I just hear my father. I have heard this disappointment.
Yeah.
There's a couple. Well, and because I don't know, they did when they were recording that, they did there was like a week where Katzenberg thought Goofy sounded too cartoonish. So they had my dad do like a week of like his natural speaking voice.
Wow.
For Goofy.
Yeah.
Luckily, they realized it wasn't working and went back to the Goofy. But
Did that
I wonder,
ever come out of the vault?
I wonder if I hope not, but I wonder if a couple of those lines made it into the movie because there's a couple when like when Goofy's mad, I'm just like, that's my father.
You're grounded.
Yeah. When he's like upset at Max,
right?
It's like I've heard that.
Wow.
There's a really good documentary on Disney Plus about the making of the Goofy movie.
Really?
I highly recommend it. It's called Not Just a Goof. And it's if you're into like filmmaking at all, it's great. Just to watch the process. It's a miracle anything ever gets made.
Oh.
Everything is always about to get canned.
Dude, there's so many people involved in making a movie, and literally any one of them can make it bad.
Yeah, or they could just cut it for whatever reason.
Yeah, or
and then
you
if
can
you
make
like
the whole thing, and yeah, exactly.
If you like, so if you like filmmaking, it's great. If you like animation, it's even better because it talks about the whole animation process. And then if you like the movie, it's even better because they talk about. But they had footage of my dad doing like recording that he'd never seen, and it's a lot of because the two guys directed the doc, and one of them is the nephew of the director of a Goofy movie. So he had access to all of his private videos and stuff.
Right. When did this come out?
This came out this year for the 30th because this is the 30th anniversary.
Do you remember when they were shooting it?
Oh, they were working on it for a long time.
Right. Because here's the question behind the question.
Yeah.
So me and Seller's mutual friend, my old singer, Craig, I don't know if you ever got to meet Craig.
I don't think so.
He is the head of music videos at Disney.
Oh, okay.
Hollywood Records, right?
Right.
So he had an office on the lot. So I got to go to the lot all the time. And I would walk past like the original animation machine. And then his particular office, they just didn't have room. They put him in the old animators building. So like I've seen a ton of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a vault on the lot. And we got to shoot some interviews for a documentary. I don't remember which one. But like this vault, like employees can't go in there. It's like we had to get permission from the permission guy.
Was it the archives?
Yes.
Yeah, the archives are great.
Yeah.
My parents are pretty good friends with Becky, who runs the archives.
Right.
And it's crazy.
It's white glove in there.
Yeah.
I mean, this was so long ago. I was a production assistant.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you can't touch the glass. That's the original, right? Like that's one of
a
million, but it's the first one of a million.
Yeah, it's
right?
amazing. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing.
That just to be able to have been in that room, and like I've never been a huge Disney kid.
Yeah.
We didn't get to watch cable growing up. I grew up in a super Christian household.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I didn't get exposed to film and television until I was like 17.
You can't have the devil of Mickey Mouse.
No.
Evil, yeah.
Very evil. Yeah, he still is corrupting me to this day. Just to be able to see that stuff and be able to be walking on the lot, even if they're turning your car around and making you leave right away, is still like,
it's cool.
How many people have gotten to do that?
It's just really cool to be like, if you like, I mean, because I like Disney. I am in no way like a Disney fan like a lot of the people I meet are. But just being around it is cool. Right. It's just like there's so much history.
Yeah.
And these people made, like, say what you will, but like what Walt did from like creating the company, it's incredible. It's amazing what he did.
That's so much work.
And those early movies are still great.
Yeah.
These are great. It's amazing. All of it's amazing.
Was your first peek behind the curtain was like, did you have an earlier memory of going to the park or to the lot?
Probably the park, because the lot would not have been that interesting to me as a kid, and I didn't go to a lot of sessions with my dad.
Were the sessions on the lot? There's a million recording studios in LA, so
correct. No, they're usually not. He'll do a few on the lot here and there. Usually now they outsource to a local studio, but for a long time they had a floor in the building in Burbank, like those tall, like Toluca Lake, those tall office buildings. It said Disney. I don't know if it still does, but it said Disney on the building. But they had a floor there, and that's where he would go record for like the majority of his career. But they eventually they got rid of that office space, and now he just goes to a local studio.
It's so weird because Family Guy and American Dad, just a nondescript, regular old building off Wilshire. Okay.
Yeah, which is intentional and smart because you don't want, like, studios are always like unmarked, like nice recording studios. Yeah. Because you don't want to be advertising. There's $1 million worth of shit in here.
Yeah.
If you want to come by when no one's here,
right?
Bust a window.
That's why we don't have a sign outside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Smart.
Because I have $1 million.
Yes. Yes, I could tell. Wow. Yeah.
When did you? But you record for your dad now, like, right?
Yeah, since COVID. So when COVID happened, everything shut down. The animation world realized pretty quick they could keep working via Zoom and stuff. So that's when I started recording Dad from home. because we have, through me and then our demo business, we have all the gear.
Yeah.
We have all the nice gear. And then I'm tech savvy. And so I just started recording him. And we just still do that for like 98% of his stuff. We just do it.
Like, what a great job to just not land in your lap, but like,
yeah.
What were you doing mainly as a job before that?
We would do the demos, which is and was a huge part of my income, and then whatever gigs I could get. And then, I'll pick up random sound, like location sound jobs or like mixing a short film, like just kind of stuff. I've always been freelance. I like it that way. I bounce around, do a lot of stuff.
Especially if you have 9 skill sets. Like every day's different.
Yeah, exactly. Or you get bored. I get bored easily.
Same.
Really easily, really fast. It's not my best quality, but I had like a regular job for 1 year, and I had to.
In your whole life, just 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had to quit. I had to. Even my parents were like, "We'll support you. If you have to quit, you're turning into an asshole."
Right.
Because I was just pissed off because I was driving a van for a company that sells high-end audio equipment. I was like a delivery guy.
It's still kind of related to...
Yeah, you would think, but no, it's not. They're boxes. All I ever saw or dealt with were boxes.
Didn't matter what's in the box.
Who cares what's in the box? I would go to a warehouse. I would move boxes into a van.
Yeah.
I would drive the boxes down to fucking Snoop Dogg's studio, which was so far away. I would unload the boxes, and then I would drive back.
That was it.
So who cares what's in the box?
Right. Could be bars of gold. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I did that for like a year, and then I was like, I can't do the same thing every day. I'll freak out.
No.
So I do a lot of different stuff. So I still, it's very like up and down with dad stuff. Like it's like anything freelance. Sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's like almost nothing. And then they travel a lot. They're out of town like all the time.
It's perfect. That's what
but it's
they
great.
should be doing.
But I go over, I record him. He doesn't have to leave his house. He throws me a little money. It's a great deal for everyone.
Yeah. And now he doesn't ever have to go back, right?
Yeah, occasionally he will. Certain projects they want him to come in, but I'd say 98% of the stuff he does, we just do from home.
Do you have the same agent as your dad?
I do.
How's that going?
Good.
Yeah,
Good. It might be nepotism, but I'm fine with that.
Listen, we talk about nepotism on the show all the time. Not that we can't talk about it right now, but I'll give you the same speech I give everybody else.
Yeah.
It's not like if the CEO of Netflix hires his son to do something, that's nepotism.
Sure.
In this case, it's your dad, but whatever.
Sure.
It's about fostering relationships.
Yeah.
So you've interacted with your dad's agent on behalf of recording him sometimes, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So then you built some of that relationship on your own.
Well, and I still like basically what it came about like from doing the demos, and I started directing more and more. So I'm directing these people and I'm coaching and working with them. And I just kind of got to a point where I'm like, this looks fun. I used it when I did acting when I was a kid. I did some voice and some on-camera acting as a kid. And I kind of got away from it to pursue music. And then I was like, this is a fun thing. And I can kind of do it. Like I have a natural knack for like how a copy should be read, I think just from watching my dad do it. And I kind of realized over time, like this is something that's not natural to everyone.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I should probably exploit that ability. So I made myself a demo. And I just gave it to my dad and said, can you just pass this to your agent and see what they think? And they signed me, which was very kind. And then, but I still have to audition. So like, that's as far as my father's name has gotten me.
Yeah. Gets you in the door.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And I've done 2 jobs since I've been with that agent.
How long have you been back?
I started auditioning maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
And the thing with the nepotism, the nepo babies, it's like no one gives a shit if some guy takes over his dad's plumbing business, but like if some actor's kid becomes an actor, everyone freaks out. I don't get it.
You're an industry plant.
Right. And guess what? They still have to be good. Because like Mel Blanc's son.
I don't know who that is.
Mel Blanc started, he's original Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck.
Oh, wow.
He's the old Looney Tunes.
Sorry, Nikki. Everybody's laughing at me now.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
He's the old school Looney Tunes guy. He did all that. Tweety, all of them. He started everything. So when he passed away, his son Noel attempted to take over and was not kept because he couldn't hack it.
Right.
So like in terms of entertainment, like yes, being the child of is massively helpful and will absolutely get you indoors you cannot get in yourselves. And it's immensely unfair.
But you have to be good once you step through the door.
You still have to be good.
Right.
Or you will not get more things.
Yeah. Or you'll just embarrass your dad.
Exactly. Yeah. And people will just go, oh, never mind.
Do you have any interest in taking over?
The goof?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you have a good goof?
It's okay.
I'm not going to ask you to do it.
Good, because I wouldn't.
Right. Because that's a
fine.
whole different rate.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
have
exactly
enough money to do that.
No, it's something that I've thought about in recent years. And it's to be totally transparent, it's part of why I started getting back into voice acting, is I wanted to get some of those chops back. Because eventually, like my father always says, with these characters, you're just sort of carrying the torch for a while. So eventually it will, like, even in my lifetime, like I grew up with Wayne Allwine did Mickey and Russi Taylor did Minnie my whole life. So basically, my father started in stand-up out of Dallas. So he was part of that whole, like, Billing Ball, Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah, I almost swore. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was in that whole, are we not supposed to swear?
I'll just cut it out. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. Oh.
I don't think you've sworn yet.
No, I have definitely sworn.
Well, I'll cut it out. Or I'll bleep it.
Damn. He was part of that whole, like, Dallas scene. And actually, for me, the most impressive thing that I learned was he once did a weekend in Galveston with Bill Hicks.
Oh, man. Now we're talking.
They drove down together.
Yeah.
And spent.
He featured for Bill?
Yeah. They're like both. Well, no, this is Bill was not a name.
Bill
Hicks.
Was he still preaching?
No. You think he's doing preaching? Like preaching?
Bill, was it Bill? It was either Bill or Sam. I think it was Sam.
Sam makes sense.
One of them was a preacher.
Yeah, he definitely knew Sam Kinison as well.
Yeah.
But no, he did a weekend with Bill Hicks.
That's insane.
And yeah, he's like, Bill did not do great with the weekend at Galveston crowd, which is reasonable when you think about Bill Hicks' stuff. But he's like one of my all-time favorites, so that was amazing. But he was in Dallas doing stand-up and some acting. He was in RoboCop while he was in Dallas.
They filmed RoboCop in Dallas?
They shot RoboCop in Dallas, yeah. Because all the exteriors, they wanted like that sort of futuristic look. And downtown Dallas has a very weird, like 80s futuristic look.
It does.
Like the City Hall building and all that shit. It looks
I'm
weird.
picturing it from the soap opera Dallas because they do that flyover of downtown.
Yeah.
Huh.
So he done like, but he was doing stand. So he came to LA to just see what he could do, acting, stand-up wise. Not much of a plan. Got an agent. He was out here like 3 months, and what happened was Michael Eisner took over Disney around that time
for the first time.
He was only once.
Did he just come back?
No, you're thinking of. Oh man,
the guy that's in charge now.
Yeah.
Who is?
Bob.
Bob Eisner.
Nope. Iger.
Bob Iger.
Oh,
Bob.
Bob Iger.
Yeah.
No, Michael Eisner was CEO from like late 80s, early 90s to like.
Was he
90s?
the one that would like come on before a movie came on television? And he's like,
Yeah.
This movie is for families. And blah.
Yeah, Michael Eisner. Yeah.
What? That's crazy. He wanted to be famous himself.
Yeah. So when he took over, before that, they'd had like, there was a bunch of different people doing all the characters. There were like a few different Mickeys, a few different Goofies, and it was kind of like project to project, you'd use one of these people. So when Eisner took over, he wanted consistency. So he was like, no, I want one voice to do everything.
Yeah.
So they just had massive auditions. My father had just happened to move out to LA a couple months before. His agent said, hey, can you do any of the Disney characters? And he was like, yeah, I can kind of do a Goofy. And got a tape, practiced all weekend, went and auditioned. And then, a few weeks or months later, got a call that was like, hey, they want to book you on a job.
I mean, the way the stars had to line up for that, because this was pre-internet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he was not lucky enough. I hate the word lucky, but he was fortunate enough to have an agent. Mm-hmm. That agent was fortunate enough to hear about the auditions. Yeah. He happened to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And he could do the job.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's like when all the planets line up in a row.
Now, prior to that, he'd spent however many years touring stand-up. Mm-hmm. He was an impressions act, so doing impressions, like, his old apartment, he told me the toilet would freeze every winter because there was no heat in the apartment.
In Texas.
I think in Dallas, because Dallas gets cold.
It gets very cold and very hot. And I don't know why anybody lives there.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But so like, yes, he was very lucky in that sense, but it's like, don't discount the, however 10 years at least of.
Yeah. I'm not taking that away from
eating
him.
shit. No, I know. Yeah. I feel like it's an important message to get out for anyone and anything, because you always hear about an overnight success. Bullshit. Yeah. There's always 10 years of shit eating before anything.
We talk about that on this show
all
the time.
It's important.
Because I got very lucky with a couple of guys. I don't even know how into stand-up you are, but one of my first shows was at a theater.
Amazing.
Opening for 2,500 people.
Fantastic.
And I was there. People were like, you're so lucky. I'm like, I also offered to do videography for the weekend for free.
Exactly, yeah.
So
yeah, so it's but the stars had aligned, so
mhm.
that's when he started doing the voice, and it's he's not under any contract with Disney, never has been.
That seems odd, though.
Yeah,
right?
he's not an employee.
Mhm.
He's an independent contractor.
So he doesn't have like Disney health insurance or
No, he gets it through SAG, but no,
Right.
he's not employed by Disney, never has been. So, and even when he got the job, it was, we want to book you for this one job. And then it was, a couple weeks later, we want to book you for this other job. It was sporadic and random, and there was never and he was still doing stand-up at the time. And I remember he was going to be on the road once, and it was conflicting with a job. And they sort of asked, like, is this going to be like a problem? And he was like, no, it won't. And that's when he stopped doing stand-up.
That's the fork in the road right there.
Yeah, it was like, are we going to keep running into this touring thing? So then he just stopped doing stand-up and just did the voice full-time.
So you did stand-up?
I did. One time.
Just once?
Just the once.
Did you do the class and it was a showcase?
Yes and no. So we did a demo for a guy named Ken Pringle. I don't know if you know Ken Pringle.
I've heard the name.
He ran the like voiceover classes out of Flappers.
Okay.
So we did a demo for him, and I gave him a discount in return. He gave me and my writer at the time stand-up lessons because he was interested in it as well. I've always been interested in it.
When you say writer, is that the person that writes the copy?
The copy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you wrote and...
I don't know. I don't write. I passed that off to people who are much better than me.
Okay.
So the writer at the time and I took his classes, and then it was part of the Burbank Comedy Festival. Mm-hmm. They had a showcase at Flappers, kind of a showcase, but it was a VO centered show.
Oh, that's nice.
Because Ken was super into voiceover, so we wanted to get a show of just all voiceover people. Mm-hmm. So my dad did stand up, and there was also Carlos Alzraki. I don't know if you know him. He's big on the voiceover. He did like Rocco's Modern Life. He's Rocco, and he's been on Reno 911.
Okay.
But he's a stand-up, and there was a couple other voiceover / stand-up people, and so I just did like 5 minutes before my father, and it was a very warm room because the people were fans of voiceover and the voiceover people, and so it was a very forgiving and warm room. Mm-hmm. But it was one of the more harrowing things I've done in my life.
Did you try and do like impressions and voices, or was it like
no? I did a very quick, short, goofy impression at the end. The joke was about like, when my dad's gone, I'll be ready kind of joke. It was dark. It was a dark joke.
Did you go before or after?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it went very well, and I was very well received, and I enjoyed it, and I was planning to do it again. And this was like November of 2019.
Oh.
And so then COVID just fucked everything. And like any like momentum I even remotely had was gone. Mm-hmm. It was like, and now I'm older and like, I don't want to tour. So that's like, what is even the point of trying? I might do it again at some point if I have good jokes. But it was a very warm room. It was a very good room. And then, so once I remember my dad was going to do stand up at the Improv. This was 10 years ago ish, maybe 8 years ago, as part of Stephen Glickman. You know him? Did like a Tonight Show esque like thing, like it was like a talk show, live show talk show type. It was like a talk show vibe, but it was
people still did bits.
Yeah. So my dad was gonna go and do his little 5-10 minutes, and then I think do like an interview type thing. But before him dropped in Dane Cook, and then Tom Segura. Wow. And I'm just sitting there like...
That was during Tom's like first, second special.
Yeah, he was like very much rising. Mm-hmm. But I'm still a name. And I'm just like, I was sweating bullets on behalf of my father. Because like, he's got to go up after these two.
But your dad probably knew who Dane was. Probably didn't know who Tom was.
I don't know if he knew who Dane was. He definitely didn't know who Tom was. I don't know if he knew Dane. He hasn't really kept up with stand-up. You know, it's like, if you get too much later than like George Carlin, he doesn't really know who you're talking about.
That's a whole... I'm so entrenched in comedy that I throw names around, and then I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
You can be ultra famous in comedy, and then 90% of America doesn't even know who you are still.
Yeah, I know. It's wild.
It's nuts.
I feel like I keep like one foot in that pond.
Sure.
I really like it. Yeah. I enjoy it immensely.
I mean, they're just pumping out specials now, so it's kind of hard not to like...
It's hard to not at least know someone.
Right.
You know? But I think it's a great and extremely valuable art form. When I did it, I really loved the immediacy. And I will say, Dad always says that stand-up was the best training he ever, because he never like formally trained as an actor. He says stand-up's the best training you'll get, and he recommends it to people all the time because he's like, you'll learn really fast what's funny or not, because he said there's no pity laughter.
No,
your joke's good or it's not, and you learn really fast. So I would be interested in doing stand-up again, if nothing else, just because I know how warm my room was, and I want to go into a colder environment and see.
I have a couple of theories about this, because on nights where I didn't feel funny, I did not get as many laughs, even in the hottest rooms, right?
Right.
So let's just take the variable of the room out of it. I think that, like, if you go into this with the right mindset, I think you decide if you bomb.
Interesting.
Like, if you say something that is normally funny in one room and it's not funny in another room, and then you just go into another bit like nothing happened, or you acknowledge that it wasn't funny, I think you can turn a bomb around. But if you say something that's not funny and then you're like, you guys didn't like that one, huh?
Yeah.
And then you get nervous, that nervous energy feeds back, and it's just like this ray gun of bombing.
100%, yeah.
So I've always found it fascinating about, like, are you really bombing, or are you deciding that you're not doing great?
It is interesting how quickly people will pick up on those kinds of energies. It's really strange, like, animalistic thing that we all have that I don't think we talk about enough. How, like, you can pick up on someone else's energy before they've even said a word, and that will influence your opinion of them, how you feel about them.
And you feel funnier around some people than you do around other people. And
it usually just comes down to confidence is usually what it is in its core. But it's weird how, like, you can make a room turn on you just if you're not.
And it's almost your fault. So I do a lot of comedy photography, so I think I've seen a few more shows than the average person.
Right.
And I'll be in the back of the room watching them, like, say something, and I'm like, no, you still got them. And then you go, you guys, like, I'm in the back of the room. You can't hear the laughs in the back of the room when you're on stage. I'll go back into the green room after they get off. I'm like, oh man, that was terrible. And I was like, people in the back were laughing. I was laughing. And they're like, well, didn't hear you. It's like, you just kind of gotta, like, a theater actor in the middle of a play wouldn't go like, you guys aren't really liking this, are you? Like, you just have to.
You can never acknowledge.
Comedians never, like, stick to it, though. They'll just, I don't know. I just think it's fascinating.
I think you have to do it, like, I think like any creative endeavor, you have to do it in spite of the audience, not for them. I think the second you try and do anything for their benefit, people smell that and they hate it.
It's performative.
It's performative. And people, it's weird. People will go to a comedy club, but if they feel like you're there to make them laugh, they hate you.
Right.
It's like,
the more you don't care about me, the more I want you to make me laugh.
It has to be something, and this is, I think, true of any, like, music or a film or whatever. I think you have to do it because you have to do it. You have a thing you have to say. It happens to be funny, so a comedy club is a good place for you to say it.
Right.
But you are there because you have to say it, not because I need you to like this.
You're 1,000% right, and I don't have that in me, and I still want to do comedy.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say.
Right.
At all.
That's kind of how I feel. That's why I haven't gone back to it. I don't have, like, a burning...
Right.
It would probably be good, because then I would stop, like, yelling at my dog about politics, you know, because I have no outlet for all my frustrations in the world. So it'd probably be good to find a constructive way to get that out. Yeah. But I also feel like I don't have, like, well, who am I to go and say more, add more to the pile of shit that everyone's saying?
It's for me, it's the minutia of life that gets me super upset.
Yeah.
And I think if I can stay in that lane, then I'll be funny.
Right.
But, like, I don't, the big stuff.
Yeah. And there's so many guys doing it so great.
Yeah.
I'm like, just go listen to Bill Burr.
Right.
He's going to say anything I'm going to say, but better.
Right. Can I get angrier than George Carlin?
Right. No. And I cannot say Eddie it as eloquently as Carlin.
But I love being on the road.
Yeah.
And I want a headline, but I'm super comfy just featuring.
Yeah.
Like, the road is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And if I'm doing the cameras and doing 20 minutes, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But the money that you get to sell all those tickets and be a feature or a headliner.
Yeah.
That's good money.
I mean, we love good money.
We love good money. But you can make good money on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's why I have one. Boy, the money we make.
Plug it. Plug the pod.
Yes, if you like horror movies and general buffoonery, me and a few friends of mine have the Shudcast, SHUD, because it started as we watched things that were exclusively on the platform Shudder.
Oh, interesting. Was it brought to you by Shudder?
Not at all. Okay. No, we tried. We tried to and heard nothing. So So we've pivoted. We kept the name, but now we just talk about horror movies.
And
but
that's just movies that make you shudder.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I'd say at least 70% of it is just four guys being dumb.
Oh,
We talk about other things we've watched and then
Mhm.
our general idiocy.
You got a whole squad.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what this is going to turn into.
I was their first guest,
And then you just stuck around.
and then I just stuck around. I mean, they were all my friends already.
Like, hey, Austin.
Yeah.
You got to go now, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So I just stayed there.
That's cool.
But yeah, so that's going to be the real money
Do
maker.
you engineer that? Do you get all into the audio of it?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we recorded on a similar thing,
Mhm.
and I just do like a quick master of it.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Right.
A friend of mine does the editing.
Yeah.
One of the other hosts edits it.
I have a friend that produces a very, very, very big podcast, and he went to Full Sail
Oh yeah,
for
my school is like a sister school. The
Yeah.
recording school was like a sister school of it.
the things that he does to this podcast.
Yeah.
Are things you would only do to like 68 tracks of a record.
Mhm.
And he takes it so seriously.
Yeah.
And like the funny thing about podcasting is it's a lot of audio guys trying to figure out cameras real fast.
Yeah. Yes,
And I was
it
a
is.
camera guy that had to figure out audio real fast.
Right.
But I had a music background and I fucked around on four
Yeah,
tracks. So
Yeah. Well, and like with podcasts, it's just it's people talking. So it's like it's a pretty simple.
it's not cinematic.
I have a template in my computer. I just like dump the track and it has our intro bump, our outro bump. It's got my settings how I like them, so it's loud and doesn't sound shitty. And there you go.
yeah. It drives me nuts to listen to a podcast in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ads come on.
Oh Christ! Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
There's not a lot you can do about the ad mix. But
yeah,
you
but
know,
at least level it out with the
Yeah.
rest of your show.
if it's your ad that you read and that's louder than your podcast.
What are you doing?
What are you
What are we doing here? Yeah.
Let's talk real quick about film scoring. I think that's the only thing we didn't talk about, right?
Sure.
So we talked about producing, we talked about your drumming.
Mm-hmm.
You score stuff.
I have scored stuff. I would not fancy myself a composer at this point. I have done it in the past. But like, for instance, this recent short film that I made, I had a friend of mine score it because he's much more inclined in that way.
He's gooder than you.
He's gooder than me.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think I am going to be scoring a project for a friend of mine soon, but he wants like drums only. So that I can do.
Oh, like drums and percussion.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
something to
Yeah.
accentuate the.
Yeah, like Birdman-esque, like a drum type
Yeah.
score. Like that I can do, but I just don't have the like language. So like with this short that I made, I had a friend of mine score it, and he's brilliant. He's like in his early 20s, and
But when you do VO, like you'll score like stuff
for our demos,
mm-hmm.
sometimes, usually I'll just find library stuff.
stock stuff.
There's so much, you know,
Yeah.
and I subscribe to some libraries, and I'll just pull things that work and cut them together.
There's some libraries that I have that I don't know that I have until October because that's for some reason the month that I got all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'll just look at my account and be like, $400 has been taken out for.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
Oh,
I
yeah.
subscribed to all this stuff.
And then you make a note in your calendar like, hey, use this platform more because you just paid for
Yeah,
it.
you're paying for it. Yeah.
And then by December, you forget about it.
100%. Yeah.
Like if I don't cancel my masterclass membership,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm paying for it again. When you get masterclass, do you have masterclass?
No, I've been dancing around it, but
Don't
I
do
know I
it.
won't watch it. I
You
know I won't do it.
It's the same information. It's less information than you can get out of any YouTube video.
Right. Exactly.
They're like, we're going to fully teach you how to write
That's-
for comedy. And then they don't do it.
That's the thing, man. Like because I got a camera a couple of years ago because I wanted to start making some short films just to fuck around, and I am a graduate of YouTube University.
100%.
What is exposure? What does
Oh,
f-stop,
you went to square one.
what does f-stop mean?
Right.
How do you light a scene? What's negative fill? It was literally just like, why does this look good? Okay, they say it's because of this. What is that thing? How do you do that? And just like that's it. And then it became, I got really good advice early on that was like, if you want to make short films, or films, whatever, make a 1 minute film, make a 5 minute film, make a 10-minute film, and like just slowly. So I made an under a minute fart joke basically.
Yeah.
And
it looks great.
with my wife, and then I made like a 5-minute
Fart joke.
less fart joke, but like a sketch, basically, but like more involved.
Mm-hmm.
And then this current one, it's 13 minutes, and it's the most involved thing I've done by far. It was a script that my wife wrote, and she stars in it.
Is she an actress?
She is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like she always has
Yeah,
been?
yeah. Always has been. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a fitness instructor, like by day,
Mm-hmm.
but she moved here to be an actor and is still very much.
What a
pursuing
superhero
that,
kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Fitness instructor by day.
exactly.
In a world.
In a world. But yeah, she wrote this. It was this idea we've had for years, and then she finally sat down one day and wrote it. It's about an actor who gets, in a fit of jealousy, kills a friend who got a part she wants.
What a teamship.
Yeah.
That's not a word.
Yeah, it can be.
But like you as a filmmaker and her as an actor, like you can't beat that.
Yeah, it just happened organically. And I feel like more, especially nowadays, like whatever you want to do, you just have to do it yourself. I feel like the days of like you get an audition and then you audition and then that's your big break and you get on a show, that shit's done. Yeah. I mean we still all audition all the time. But I think really you have to just make it yourself and then like show people that you can do it.
Even if you've already done it.
Yeah.
Like big actors are like, I have to go out and create my own opportunities. I have to go out and shoot the shorts. And then if it goes viral.
You have to go make your own shit. So that's like was sort of the genesis. And I just was looking for a new sort of creative outlet. Because as a drummer, I'm always supporting someone else in whatever they're doing. Like it's a supporting role. It's I'm either brought in to do a musical or I'm brought in to record on an album or play with it, whatever. But it's always someone else's thing, and I was looking for something that could be more mine. I've always loved movies. I've always watched movies growing up. Been obsessed, especially horror movies. So it was finally like, maybe I should like give it a shot. And then what really did it was I went and saw Nope in theaters, and I walked out of that movie, and I was like, if I could make someone else feel how I feel walking out of this movie, that's all I want. Yeah. Like it felt like it was made for me, and I was like, I have to figure out how to try and do that. So I got a camera and just started teaching myself shit, and we have this short, and it's very proud of it. It was the most involved thing I've done to date, and it's doing festival rounds right now.
When can we see it?
When it's done with his festival circuit, so probably sometime next year.
Oh,
yeah,
we have many more festivals to go to.
Yeah, yes, we got accepted to one, we were rejected from one, and there's like 16 more we're gonna hear from, but they go through like February of next year or something. And you can't have them publicly available while they're doing the festival thing. So, but soon as
you can or you
cannot. Most of them don't want you to because they want to incentivize people to come to their festival and watch your thing. And if they can watch it on YouTube, that hurts the incentive a bit. But sometime next year, as soon as we're done with all that, I'll just throw it on YouTube and then
have a big premiere.
Yeah, move on to something else.
Let me know before you put it on YouTube.
Well, absolutely.
Because I know YouTube pretty well.
Okay.
I'll help you SEO it, basically.
That'd be great. I don't even know what SEO means. So that'd be
Search engine
helpful.
optimization.
I would love that.
It's SEO and then it's ADR.
Okay, great. Right. SEO ADR?
Yeah.
Got it. Yes, the SEO would be great because I don't know anything about any of that.
What's the name of the film again?
It's called Killer Talent.
Killer Talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. My short film directorial debut, I guess.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. I mean, I've made 2 other things, but they're under 10 minutes, so I don't know.
Well, look, the short film circuit has like what, under 5, under 10, and under 20.
Yeah.
Anything under 30 is like, well, just finish it.
Yeah, exactly. Just do a movie.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You got enough money to make 30 minutes?
Yeah, and you're done?
Yeah.
Come on.
Just put one blank frame in there for 45 more minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the credits.
Yeah, I was planning on it being under 10, and then my first cut was 15, but I got it down to 13. I was like, all right, I feel good with 13.
You know what helps you trim the fat on your like long format stuff is cutting like shorts and reels and TikToks down. Because then you're like, oh, I don't need that bit. I don't need that bit.
Yeah.
Because I'll cut this show. I clip it. I post every day.
Yeah.
And I'll take like a 3 or 4 minute story.
Yeah.
It's like 24 seconds.
Right.
This, then this, then this, then laugh.
Yeah.
Or not
laugh.
Laugh.
Right. Or not laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it down as streamlined as I could before I felt like it was going to start to become. And then this happens, and then this happens, and it's like there needs to be some like development.
Yeah.
Like some sort of emotional arc. It's not just like beat, 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 beat. But
are you happy with it?
I am happy with it.
That's all that
I
matters.
am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am happy with it.
You got anything else you want to plug?
Let's see. I'm doing. When is this coming out?
3 weeks from yesterday.
3 weeks from yesterday.
Which is, I'll give you the date.
Yeah. So my musical will be done. It was great, but it will be on YouTube at some point.
The 26th.
The 26th. I got nothing in the immediate.
The musical's on your YouTube page, right?
The musical is on the Star Kid YouTube page. So I've been working with them since 2019. They have a very big YouTube following.
Okay.
They did this Harry Potter spoof when they were in college, like in 2009. That was very, very popular. Jaron Chris came out of this group.
From Glee?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
I worked on Glee.
Oh, yeah?
For 6 seasons.
Oh.
Just the promos.
Okay. Well, great.
Yeah.
But they've been doing shows in LA the past, I guess, since 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing them since 2019. And we're wrapping up one this weekend. But they always shoot them and put them on YouTube.
That's awesome.
So this one will also go on YouTube.
So then the play that's on your YouTube channel. Or did I find a link in your Instagram?
I think you found a link in my website, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is austinfarmer.com.
No, it is not. It's drumfarmer.com.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't have isaacabrams.com either.
Yeah, Drum Farmer is all my stuff.
Where did the farmer part come from? Have you been growing drums?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly where.
I realized how stupid that was going to be as it was coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. No, I grabbed that screen name forever ago, and I've just that's for all my things.
Smart.
Because no one ever has it, so it's easy.
Yeah.
It's always my thing.
Right. And when I try and find our DMs in Instagram, I type in your first name, and I'm like, not here.
Yeah.
All the other Austins show up.
Yeah. Fuck.
I type in drums.
There we go.
And you're still at the bottom.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
I'll get up there one day.
But it's at Drum Farmer everywhere on socials, yeah?
All the socials, everything.
Yeah.
It's my website. You can email me, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Email you, huh?
Yeah.
Anybody that just wants to email you.
There you can.
Yeah.
I'll see it. I might not respond, but I'll read it.
Right. But if it's not for money, good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah. You'll probably get some animation heads emailing you after this.
As they should.
Yeah.
I might respond.
Don't do it.
If it's a clever and interesting email, I'll respond.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Now I have to create like a fake email so I can start seeing if I am sending challenging and fun emails.
Exactly, yeah.
Austin, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
This was great. I could talk to you for another 2 hours.
I know. This went very fast.
My bladder's going to explode. I don't even know how much time we actually did. I don't know what time it is.
I don't know. Oh, wow. It's probably a long one. Good.
Yeah. I mean, mine are usually about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think we're about that.
But we got to do the intro.
Yeah, let's do the intro.
Great. We're out of here,
This is
guys.
fun.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.